Eric Mwather with Mwather.com. Yesterday we saw a 3% drop in natural gas, and I want to show you what we were looking at before the drop, because we had noticed that the RSI was giving us a signal that we could use, and it was the fact that the RSI was coming back and had come back to this resistance point about 3-4 days ago. So we were expecting a pullback in natural gas if that resistance was respected, and you can see that the market stalled exactly on that point, and hence the pullback. Also, there's another way you can look at this resistance here, which actually stems from the previous highs here late 2013, and if you draw a straight line, you can see that it makes a lot of sense that on the way up we broke out and had a nice run above that area. We've come back and broke below that, came here, tried to move above it and failed, and so the next move has been down, which makes a lot of sense. So, but the RSI was the one that was telling us that here was going to be a problem because the stock had rallied way back to the resistance of a declining RSI line. Another way you can take a look at that is to draw the line a different way, which is to take the break point here, and you can see that once it broke down here, which was somewhere around this break point here, now you extend the same line from the break point, and you can see that without adjusting for anything, that was also the back test of that black line. In other words, you broke below here, you went all the way down, back to the line, and back again. So the pullback here makes a lot of sense in my opinion. Now let's take a look at the opposite instrument as an example to see what was going on, the KOLD. And you'll notice here a couple things, that in fact the lows have been registered somewhere here, and just above 35. And what was interesting is that if we take the line here, there was a nice breakout entry point here off the lows, which is somewhere here for a short-term move. Now if you extend the same line, you see that we have a double bottom support here and here. So that was the ideal entry point, because what the stock had done was it broke out here above the declining RSI line, came here, bumped on the line twice, and that was the ideal low here. Perfect entry at about 35. Stock has gone as high as 55 since then. So that was one way to get in the stock from this massive plunge here. Now another view, and the recent entry point is also the same type of analysis. You draw the highs of the RSI, and we are broken out here, which is corresponding with this entry point here. Extend the same line, and you can see that here we came and went below the line and back above it with uniform action. So that is an entry point, which was this entry here at about just under $50, and so stock trading at 52, and probably eventually might give another buy signal above 55.29. So that is the recent daily closing high. So a move above 55.29 could suggest a stock that could see higher prices. For now, what I want to talk about here was just the fact that the RSI was giving you other entry points before the ultimate breakout, and also wanted to touch on the fact that the natural gas itself, the UNG, was showing resistance here on this line, and a pullback was due, and also a resistance coming from the previous break line, which gave you another confirmation of that point as being resistance. Eric Mwather, good luck, peace, and blessings.